Yes, sir, man. That's my brother right there. You know what I'm saying?
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks.
Yeah, the bezel is what makes it a Kraken. You put a C Hunter bezel on it, then it would just be a C Hunter.
Brother,
Exclusive. Yeah, I thought you would like that one. Yes, welcome in everybody, man. Welcome to the show, man. If you're new here, appreciate you guys being here. Get familiar with everybody in the chat, man. Everybody's friend, everybody's family, man. But tonight we're gonna be talking about watches per usual. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys will be going on a cruise, right? That's exciting. 20 days, Godfather. 20 days.
Well, 21 days, and we'll actually be on the ship. This time, in 21 days, at this time at night, okay, we done sailed away out of Miami. We're having a good time. Everybody is partying like it's 1999.
Yes. Yes.
In 20 days, we're going to party before it's 1999 when we get on that, get at the hotel and stuff.
Okay. I can't wait. We gonna get it, man. So, hey, man, hey, Godfather, tonight we're gonna be talking about some watches, right? I'm gonna be picking your brain about some collections because you got more knowledge about some watches than I do. But we got somebody special that's going to be like, he's going to serve as like what our watch expert or Invicta expert, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we got Ripsaw Joe in the building. We got Oscar. We got Jay Jones. We got Thelonious Monk. We got Meeting up in this bad boy, man. So
got Felix up in here too.
Felix, hold up. Let me scroll up. Oh, I missed you. Felix is in here.
Megazoid. Yeah.
So, hey, share this out. Again, if you're new here, go ahead, subscribe, get to know some people, you know what I'm saying? And I got somebody in the background that's about to come up, man. I'm gonna bring my brother up here in a second, man. You got everybody in the chat. I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm about to bring up. If you don't, you're gonna get familiar with him, and you get to ask him questions and stuff like that. And did I leave anything out, Godfather?
No, I think that was it. We're just going to add one more thing. I saw Kamoon. He's lurking in the wings there. I see his eyeballs and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that, we acknowledge the chat, because we don't want to leave anybody out. You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
Like I said, the young man that you're going to be bringing up, our little expert and everything like that, he's our brother from another mother, whatever you want to say. But yeah.
Let's bring him up on some cruise type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bring him up on some cruise type stuff.
Introduction to Invicta and cruise type stuff. Here we go.
Great start from One Man World Korea. Ritomo Miata in the All Black Road in Motorsport car goes round the outside. Third place, we're side by side between the two Invicta racing cars.
Okay, family, it's almost that time. In just a few short weeks, we will all meet in sunny Florida. The Invicta Hub visit has now been replaced with an opportunity to meet the one and only JM Korea at the Sawgrass Mill Mall. Autographs, photo ops, and some shopping, of course. Rumor has it that even AL may be in attendance. Can't wait to see you all.
And I guess the man of the evening, Invicta Ryan. What's going on, baby?
Hey, good to see you guys again. My brothers from another mother. So thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on tonight. Happy to be here.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm listen. It's been a long time coming. You've been a busy man, and yeah, I want to focus. I want everybody to focus on to one thing: international brand ambassador. So what that means to y'all at home, listen, some of you guys know him from when he was a hair model, right? Bob Cohen sent me a message saying, hey, I remember when he was getting ready to be, on the screen where we get to see his face and everything. And when we got to see his face, he was like, he became the heartthrob of I think you took the place of Brad Pitt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like ladies all over the world was just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even spell the word Invicta or pronounce it, but they knew Invicta Ryan.
Well, thank you. I'll give you 5 more minutes for it to continue that fantastic introduction. So,
man, thanks for being here, bro.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
We got some stuff going on, bro, and I know a lot of people know that you are an Invicta guy. You've been an ambassador. Mm-hmm. You have been. You've traveled a lot of areas, right?
Yes.
Now,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say now you have transitioned, right? So you went from hand model to TV host to now you are international brand ambassador, bro. Mm-hmm. And of course, this is gonna be exclusive. Y'all going on a cruise, you get to ask RJ some questions, but we're gonna limit that tonight because I'm not gonna take away from the people that's going to cruise. So I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know it's people that's gonna be on a cruise that want to sit down with RJ and like pick his brain about stuff. But I do have some questions for you. Like outside of Invicta, you are a boat captain, correct?
Yes, I am. I've been a boat captain actually since 1995. It was one of the 3 jobs I had to pay for my own college. And so I decided when I was 16, I was a dishwasher and actually took a lot of pride in that job and, worked I was working weeknights from 6 until midnight, weekends, 6 until 2 a.m. And then I got into a restaurant that was right by where I grew up. And then I decided I'd like to do some boating aspects of this. And I saw the big charter boats out there and I thought, why don't I just drive one of those? I grew up on the water. My dad was in the boating industry for over 4 decades. And I just love boats, love being on the water, and decided, let me get my captain's license and drive these big charter boats. So that ended up being one of the 4 or 3 jobs, as I mentioned, that I did during my summers to pay my way through school. And I still have that license today. So that's been almost like 29 years. I haven't driven the big charter boats in about 3 years or so, just time and everything like that. I still, in a sense, like to do it for a hobby. But yeah, I enjoy taking these big boats and out on the lakes and just showing people the houses and just giving them a nice experience, just being out on the water. It's like basically, the biggest one I drove was the biggest boat out in that lake, which you guys got a chance to see in a sense. We almost took a dip in it in March, but it was an 83-foot boat, capacity for passengers, 149 people. So yeah, it's just something I always love. I love being in a boat, anything out there. The big charter boats. I love being with one of my best friends, Neil, who you probably hear on the show. Mm-hmm. When I was back at Shop HQ, director, he and I have been fishing for, 12, 13, 14 years together. And, just go out in a tiny little fishing boat and we just love it. There's the high performance aspect. I've been in the high performance boating industry for about 13 years. If you don't know what that means, I have one of our magazines here. So it's boats like this. If you can see.
Yeah. Nice.
So that was a magazine we actually put out on an annual basis and stuff. So I just love being around the water, and with this whole turnaround of events that happened for me in about 45 days. Now I'm living in Florida where the water is in a liquid state 365 days a year, which I'm okay with. So yeah, I love the watches. I love being around the water. That's why I think Invicta really made such a good fit for me, is because so many of the watches are nautically based. The pro divers, the sub-aquas, the sea hunters, sea spiders, all these different. The bolt is representative of being around the water too. So it's really just been a perfect sort of fit for me throughout the years.
Now I have a question for you, Ryan, based on your licensing, your boat license. Now, is there different classes of boat license, like aircraft license? Because we got Single engine prop, single engine jet, dual engine.
Yeah.
Is there different classes
Correct.
like that?
Yes, there is, and the one I have, I believe it's called the master pilot's license for commercial vessels, and it's mostly just more landlocked, so it's nothing that connects to the ocean or anything like that. That's where you're getting your 6-pack, your 100-ton, 500-ton. That's what I don't have, but that would actually be something cool to have. At some points, especially now being down in Florida, being able to get that and just, license up a little bit and just have another thing to do, which would be cool for me. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So, so we may get to see you racing at one point.
I don't know about that. I'm just in the fast boats. I've driven some of them. I've ridden when we've gone really fast, like 130, 150 miles an hour plus. I've actually just ridden in those, but yeah, I've driven some for helicopter photo shoots with the high performance boats. Again, this is different than the boat captain, but
right.
We would go on the west coast at Lake Havasu, and you'd have to wake up super early in the morning, and you'd have to get all the boats checked in, because what would happen is all the boat manufacturers would have their boats ready. We would do photo shoots of them and then use those upcoming articles, and they'd also use some of those photos for their advertisements in the magazines. Right. And so we would take the boats out and we would run them with a model inside, and we do it right at the break of dawn, because you want to get that light where it's just going straight across and the best light. So you're driving a boat 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, and there's a helicopter over you. And that's, it's a pretty exhilarating experience. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then the next week we would be over on the west or east coast, and we'd be down in like Fort Myers Beach area. And I remember riding with one guy, and we were jumping. We were like a 32-foot boat. He's driving, and we're jumping, and the helicopter is like literally like 20 feet in front of the boat. We're going 70, 80 miles an hour. And I was kind of ducking my head a little bit, because I thought like the little helicopter, right. But it was still far away, but it was just an exhilarating experience. And actually back in, I think it was 2018 or 2019, just a random job came my way where Lexus actually wanted to just show how cool their engines were just within their automobiles. So they built this $3 million, like a 45-foot like sport yacht. It was an $8 million project, and they had me drive it for 2 days out on Lake Michigan with a helicopter over us, and I had to drive it and bank with a diver in the water and get it. I'll send you guys the link afterwards, or if I could find it now, I'll send it to you. But that was a really fun shoot to do. It was one of the coldest things ever, too. Yeah, and it was fun because it was a one-off boat they did with Lexus, and so
I can see it now. They do a reboot of Miami Vice, and Ryan's going to be the new Sonny Crockett in one of them go fast boats, man.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Actually, it's funny because in the reboot with Colin Farrell and who was the other guy? I can't remember who it was. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Yeah. So the guy who was driving that boat for them, there was actually a story on it where he was in the front of this guy actually went there the other day down. It's called TNT Marine. His name is John Tomlinson. And he was actually sitting in the front of the boat and had a steering column set up. And then I think the cameras were behind him on the deck. And so they would show the guys driving the boat where he was technically driving in front, behind the cameras. It was a pretty neat experience. And so I'm just trying to find this video real quick while we're talking about the Lexus. And Travis, I don't know if you can put that up, but if I send that link to you.
Send it to send it to me. Text it to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So before we get further into this, okay, we got to do what's on the wrist.
What's on the wrist, baby?
Let's get what's on the wrist. Let's get it out of the way and stuff. So
okay. We can do that.
I tell you what, I'm gonna put you up first since you
all right.
You keeping us on track.
Okay.
Oh, aren't you fancy?
Object DR.
Yeah, this is the vintage
JHLS inside, huh?
With the has the dragon and the phoenix.
Love it.
So Rose gold.
Of course, you would do that. Of course, you would do.
All right,
that.
Travis, I just sent you that video via Instagram.
Okay. All right. Let me.
All right. Here's my. I've been really enjoying this watch lately. It's just it's one of our pro divers, 52 millimeter. We have the NH. I think that's at 34A, which is the day and date.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I love this. I love this watch. We used to do these with Salida SW200s on the inside, and which is an awesome movement. I mean, I love the NH series, but I love how easy it is to read. We had other colors too. I think we had green and blue with this movement in it.
I have both the orange and the blue.
Yeah, but it's such a comfortable watch. You can just see it from a mile away, be able to tell the time and everything. So if I don't have my glasses on, I mean, it's just so easy to just look down and look at the time. And that orange, I got to tell you, just really pops.
That's a bold looking watch.
See.
That's a bold looking timepiece. And of
course,
what
about you, Trap?
I got an oldie, but goodie. I got my Glycine Airman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've actually compared this to the original from 1956, and there are some slight similarities to it. I mean, a lot of similarities to it, but it's more. It has actual patina on the older one. This was like faux patina, but they're somewhat the same. Really nice design. One of my favorite watches, and there's a. You know what? Since you're on here, I'm gonna ask this question that people love to ask. If you had to go down to one watch for whatever reason, we could just make up something. I don't care if you just got like transported to an island and you're out there by yourself. You can only wear one watch in your collection. What would that one watch be?
That would be hard. Well, I mean, are you just saying for like sentimental or for function or?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
Only.
And why did you ask that? Why'd you ask that question with your Glycine, Travis?
Listen, you can't answer my question with a question.
Okay, well here's my answer. So if it was a desert island and you had to have one watch on, or if it was apocalypse or whatever it was and everything, it'd have to be an automatic because out on the island, or if zombies are chasing you, you're not going to bring your watch in and have it serviced and all that. So it'd be an automatic. And I would just say a pro diver. So I would say a pro diver, 42, 44, 47 millimeter, or one of my go-to watches, which is all part of the Invicta watch group, 42 millimeter Glycine. And I have it right here. I'll go grab it. Give me 1 second. That's my
he knows. That's why he asked me that. That's why
this one right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Easy to read.
Yeah.
200 meters of water resistance. Love the locking clasp on this watch, and easy to read, and it's got a low profile. So, when you're on that island, you're in that world, you don't want something too big on you, but you need something to function. And I believe that pro diver or something like this would be the way to go.
That thing, you know what? One thing I love, and we're gonna get into that. Because I want to kind of kill this noise, right? And I'm pretty sure people still gonna say it, but there are a number of channels out here on YouTube that have talked about the Invicta brand, right? You've been an ambassador for Invicta for a long time. You've seen the good, bad, and the ugly of around the business, but there's people that's never put their hands on these watches, right? And I have a pro diver. Matter of fact, you actually convinced me to buy this pro diver about 7 years ago, and this watch is beat up. I'm talking about I wore it to work. I wore it through school. I wore it everywhere. I worked out in it. I worked out on my truck on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this got scratches everywhere. The Flame Fusion crystal still holding strong. And people can say what they will, and I'm saying this because I've been a customer since 2014. Talk to us about like the quality, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like your pro divers, your glycines and stuff like that. How do you feel? Like, what would you say to somebody that say, "Hey, Invicta's trash. It won't hold up to like normal use"? What would you say to something like that?
So those people that say Invicta's trash, they don't know anything about anything. Then, I mean, if they're just trying to get under your skin, piss you off, whatever it happens to be, and they're just looking to get a rise out of you. Is how I take it. Because I mean, why else would people have dozens, hundreds? Like each one of us, we have hundreds of watches each.
Yeah.
We don't buy watches because they feel cheap and they're crap. Like these people, think they know everything. And let me just go on one little diatribe really quick, because I just get a huge kick. And just for all the haters out there that whatever, I get a huge kick out of the people that say the stupid comments on, social media if I post a watch or whatever. And it's so funny because, I mean, yeah, go ahead, do it, because it just boosts my algorithm. So bring it on. Yeah. So I just get a kick out of it. And then I'm like, oh, let me look at their account. Let me click on that for a second. And I just look, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're saying this, I could just destroy you in so many different ways, but I won't, because that's just, you have your fun and I'll just do my thing. So, what was your question again?
I'm glad you have that.
About the quality.
No,
yes.
I'm glad you got the attitude.
Because, well, here's the thing. It's like, I've been in the industry for a while. I've seen guests and I've seen hosts over the years. They'll get a thousand. Let's say they'll get 1,000 compliments. One person will say one bad thing, and they just focus on it. And I learn from that. Just like, they just are fixated like this one person, and like, why don't you focus on the other 1,000 people instead of this one guy sitting down in his basement on dial-up internet in his underwear? Just like, why take that guy's comment, right? I mean, come on. So, I mean, it just, you got to just really put things into perspective of, what it really is out there. I always called them the keyboard commanders, and here's what I say. Boop. So back to the quality though. I mean, that's something we definitely pride ourselves on. You guys know that. I mean, that's why one of the reasons why you bought so many of the watches, just like this glycine that I have, this Pro Diver that I have on. Yeah. I mean, they can go through tough. And, I would like to find Travis Godfather. You probably saw this, Travis. Maybe you did or not. There used to be something on the Invicta website that was like things that would happen to Invicta watches, and they would submit them. Like something happened to their watch, and then it would be posted on the website. Like this one guy, I remember specifically, he had one watch that was, he was working on his car, and he took his watch off because he had to dig down the engine, do whatever. Yeah. And then he was all done, working on it, and then he shut the hood, didn't shut it again, wouldn't latch on or whatever. Like, what's going on with this? And then he finally lifted up. His watch was there blocking, keeping the hood up from latching in when he was shutting it after he cranked on it a couple times, and looked at the watch like, holy crap, like nothing really happened to that watch. There's another thing where I don't remember what it was. Someone's watch, whatever, fell off a boat or at the beach, whatever it happened to be. And some guy found it years later. It was all coated with barnacles, and turned the crown as an automatic, fired right up. I mean, even that time where I left the watch in the water overnight on the lake and it froze and I punched a hole through.
Yeah, we saw that.
Funny thing about that is I didn't even realize, like, I left the crown open too on that watch, and it was still running the next day. I still have that same watch. Doesn't have any water in it. I don't recommend that, but I'm just saying, like, hey, you talk about quality and everything, what you can buy for whatever, $80, $100, $120, $150. That's what I say. It's like we're unmatched in that quality. And
I believe a lot of us have stories like that with the watches, like, my very first Invicta, the 8926. That watch is beat up. You guys have seen it and stuff like that. And people said I should get it buffed up, but there's too many memories. And the watch itself, while I was in the military, saved my wrist because I'm working up inside an F-4 aircraft. And anybody that knows the F-4 aircraft, speed brakes are on the bottom. Okay. And it uses about 3,000 PSI to operate those speed brakes, And one of the guys was sitting up there cycling everything, and I told him to hold on, and he thought I told him to go on. So he closed the speed brakes while my hand was up in there, and it closed down on the watch. So I was like, yeah, wow. Now I had a bar sitting up inside the speed brake area, so I didn't get a lot of pressure on the wrist, but I got enough to where I went in and they checked the wrist. So now everything is good. Watch, just a couple of scratches, did not break. The crystal didn't break or anything like that. So I was like, Invicta, as I've always said, Invicta makes a high quality product, at an affordable price. So, and we would not be out here buying these watches, as many as we have over the years that we have, if Invicta had inferior quality. So,
right. I agree.
We said, why is JJ so quiet? And that's another one, because I think right now, Ryan, the only reason you got a job right now is because of Jay Jones. That man buys about 1,500 watches per week.
Thank you, Jay Jones. Thank you. I owe you dinner.
You keeping the lights on, baby. You and Felix. Y'all keeping the lights on.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Jay Jones, he talking about, I got 6 watches coming in. Man, you just ordered 3 watches yesterday. Oh, yeah, well, they're coming in next week. I was like,
well, I know
that's Felix too, is like that, where he'll say he's got, 4 or 5 coming in. I mean, so that's my question is like, I know I think Godfather, especially you guys track them, the days that they're going to come and try to be around when the watch is delivered. So you see the delivery person. I mean, do you know the delivery person pretty well? And they've seen boxes come from, majority of them from like one establishment that, retailer for Invicta over the years. And do they ever ask either one of you guys, like, what is going on?
I happen to be one of the lucky people to where my UPS driver was my nephew.
Oh, okay.
He worked UPS, and that's how I got him and my brother. That's how I pretty much got them into Invicta, because they were bringing the boxes, and he was like, so what is this? I said, oh, it's a watch. Show him, oh, that's a nice watch. That's a nice watch. And finally got him into, buying Invictas, and, both of them fell in complete love with the watches. So they don't have didn't have anywhere near as many as I do. But, I think most of their watches they got actually for me. I would buy a watch, and because the watch smacked me in the face, I would buy 2 more at the same time to give to each of them. So,
Jerry has 2 more watches coming in Wednesday and Thursday, or Thursday. Of course he does. Thank you, Jerry.
But I saw you put that Tony White up there, that he only has 10 watches.
KJ in the building, y'all. I love it, man. KJ, my man, what's going on, boy?
I tell you.
Yeah, T White will say, yeah, man, I only got 10 watches, and something happened to where he went down to 9 or something like that. I don't know.
And
I don't know.
Now I know on the cruise, the cruise last year, he talked about he only had 10 watches, but he had a 15-slot dive case with him that was filled. So I mean, we always tell him, you got 10 watches in a case, but then you got 100 cases, so.
Yeah.
So, you have any thoughts on how many watches you bringing with you on the cruise, RJ?
So I don't know. I came, those who don't know, I mean, part of this whole thing with me now is that I end up moving to Florida. So I moved from Minnesota down to Florida all in the matter of like 45, 60 days from, it was interesting. I'll tell the story. So, everything was just, still going on in the shop or whatever, just kind of status quo. And Al reached out to me one day and he said, "Hey, Ryan, would you ever consider moving down to South Florida?" He was actually with the gentleman who handles the cruise ship business. And, because I've gone on some cruise ships before and held some trunk shows and sales outside of the Invicta cruises and, help this guy out. And they were just sitting together and I was like, I'll just give him a call. And so I said, yeah, I mean, South Florida's always been on my radar. It's been on my radar since probably the first time I came, down to South Florida, which was, right around, I went to Fort Myers like 2000, around there. And then first time probably Miami 2004. But I said, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, no time frame, just wondered if that's an option way down the road or whatever it happens to be. And then he called me back a month later. He's like, yeah, we got to bump up a timeline a little bit. You want to chat a little bit further? I'm like, all right, let's do it. And so that's where we decided, like, we're gonna jump over to JTV, and we are going to incorporate you there, and then we're going to incorporate you, working with the cruise ships too. And also, work with the stores and just kind of be an all-around spokesman, ambassador for Invicta in some of the really big arms of the company. So, and it made more sense to be down here so I could be by the corporate office, and Invicta Stores is located down here. A lot of the cruise ship terminals are down here, for me to do some trainings on the ships and everything like that. And, I just jumped up to, the other day, last Friday, I drove up to Port Canaveral. It's about 3 hours north, just east of Orlando. Stayed overnight and went on 2 ships and then came back the next day. So yeah, it's just a lot of different things. It's not like a 9-to-5 office job. It's just kind of a little bit random. Yeah.
Okay. And you do have a question. Kevin asks, does Ryan have a big collection? Does he prioritize collecting certain types now more than when he started?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We never hold on to that question for a second, because you asked how many am I bringing on the cruise, and that's where I went on a little diatribe from. Well, when I moved down, I didn't take all the watches, and you guys, Godfather and Travis and Anthony Walker and Dickerson all invited him up to my house in Minnesota last March for like 3-4 nights. And so you guys just got to hang out. Travis organized my watch collection, and I had about 305 watches, I think we counted at the time.
Yep.
And then Travis organized them. I've kind of screwed that up since a little bit. But and so when I moved down to Florida, actually, I didn't bring a single piece of like real furniture down or anything. I bought a blow up bed, and I had a blow up bed and this right here. When I moved down, a folding chair. Those are my 2 pieces of furniture for a couple weeks.
Wow.
And I just had furniture that I bought last week, got delivered, or the other week. But so the only thing I brought down was my car. I had my car shipped down, and I packed my car with a bunch of stuff, and I included in suitcases or the briefcases of watches, and probably 4 briefcases. So that's maybe 75, 80 watches I brought down, maybe out of the 300. So the others are still up in Minnesota for now, which I forgot, if I'm doing this battle with TW. I thought maybe I should have brought some of the other watches down too. So I'll see what I got here. I'll still be able to hang.
Just borrow some of his watches and battle him with those,
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
I have a couple sleepers in there, but there are a couple that I think back home, like that would have been nice too. Yeah. Like I have a Bolt Zeus. I probably told you guys, with the koi fish on it.
Yep.
And with the orange, and that's one that I emailed AL about what the meaning was behind it. And this is like it was 2012, 2013, right around there. He wrote me this really cool email that told me about everything. I still have it. And he said, based on that note, I'm going to send you a watch. I'm going to send you one here. Send me your address. And then right away, it showed up right away. And the cool watch, and it's got meaning that goes along with it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He said, T. White said, "LOL, stop it, RJ, stop it." And okay,
Go back to that other question.
so yeah, the priority. Let me see where was that question? All right, there you go, right there. So, well, I guess you answered part of it. You got over 300 watches, but you prioritize collecting certain types now more than when you started.
Well, when I started, I got my first Pro Diver, which was 8928, I think, which is the blue bezel, blue dial, two-tone.
Yep.
And I mean, I still partial to the divers. I think maybe that's a question you're going to ask. Some of my favorite collections. Still partial to the Pro Divers and such, and still collect those today in Grand Divers. Like I think you got it too, Godfather, the Grand Diver with all the crystals on it.
Yep.
With the green going around the bezel, or one of those variations of it. Still, I can still sell myself on those, and and still add it to my collection. And then I do like having some of the blingy watches. Yep.
Tiger's Eye.
Yes, sir.
Have that one.
And I got the Tiger's Eye, and then you get the malachite one too, Ryan.
And the meteorite. Yep.
And
I haven't sized the meteorite yet, but I have the malachite, the Tiger Eye, and the meteorite.
Yeah, that's the next one we have to work on, is sizing your watches. Bro.
Yeah. Now,
I know. I have a briefcase. I have a briefcase in there, the sizing briefcase, basically, that I need to.
Now, is your meteorite, is that the 2824 or the 7750?
I have the 2824.
Okay. Yes, and my meteorite is the 7750, but the malachite and the Tiger's Eye are the 2824. So.
Yep.
Okay.
I have all the 2824s, but then I did get that same Grand Diver. I call it the Generation 3 Grand Diver because I think it really is.
Yep.
He said more from his Magnums.
What's that?
RJ, he said, "You want some of my Magnums?" And I've been trying to tell him that y'all don't care about Magnums anymore. Magnums is dead, bro, like dinosaurs. It's a thing of the past. Get them up out of here, bro. It's all about the Pro Diver.
The dude texted me today, and I haven't got back to him yet. And then Kevin called me. I have to call Kevin back, but yeah. What we were just saying, I mean, there's some watches too. I like wearing some of the diamond watches. I mean, it just hits me like, what I'm going to the office. What I'm going to do today. I'm going to the gym. What am I going to wear? I usually I've been wearing this watch to the gym, but then I'll wear my glycine to the gym. A little bit smaller timepieces and such. It's actually pretty cool. I said, all right, if we're going to move down here, I'm going to make some changes in my life. And so I've been going to the gym more, and got trainer Anthony, really cool guy. So I'm with him twice a week, and he's kicking my ass, which is good. I'm pretty much always sore. Hopefully everything will kind of change a little bit with me. But he had one day when I was, I don't know, doing push-ups or doing shoulder taps and everything, with a plank. I saw he had on Simpsons socks. And I'm like, oh, you like Simpsons? And he's like, yeah, I love the Simpsons. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll have to see if I can find an old Simpsons watch and gift that to him for helping me, get into super shape. So,
okay.
Because he doesn't know what I do. I haven't told him or anything like that. But
right.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So on that one, hold on. It's something. I actually invited somebody else up here today. So so today's live was really it was pre-scheduled, and there were a few people that we wanted to come up. Everybody wasn't able to, but wait one, bro. I'm about to send you the link right now. Because you've been MIA, baby. You need to get back on this thing. You feel what I'm saying? You need to, hold up. You know what? I tell you what. Let's do this. KJ, do me a favor. Grab this link. And I'm about to send. Yeah. Now, this is for KJ. And I've been getting a lot of trolls lately. So any troll you pop on my backstage, you're not coming up. I'm telling you that off top. You're not coming up.
Yeah. Felix asked a question to you, Ryan. Says, will you buy any watches while on the cruise?
Yeah, I will if I see the right one. Yeah, the cruise I was on before the one with Dickerson and the SoCal group, I was on the Mardi Gras out of Port Canaveral. I bought a watch on there. It was a 40 millimeter Pro Diver. It was actually for someone else.
Right.
And yeah, so I'll still buy watches on the cruise too. I mean, what's fun is like when I go to the stores, because it was always been on TV, and there's like some stock goes across all different platforms for Invicta.
Right.
But then some stock you'll just really see on TV, some you'll see on the ships, or some you'll see exclusive to the ships, or some you'll see in the stores. And so every time I always like to look and see what there is, because there are models I've never seen before, because I was only really involved in, one of the branches of, an Invicta outlet. So yeah, I'll buy watches on the ship on occasion for sure.
Okay.
I mean, that's why, like, every time I cruise, I look for the cruise line, because it has the ship's name on. Now, the Mardi Gras had an Invicta watch, had the ship's name on it, but that watch was not listed as a limited edition. It just had the ship's name,
it might have,
on the back. So I was like, yeah, no. I told them which one I was looking for. Oh, no, we don't have that one. I said, well, you need to get it.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, there's a lot that I'm just starting to be accustomed more. I mean, I don't really need to be involved in it, but I'm in meetings and stuff. I mean, there's a lot in order to get, watches on the ships and everything else. And I mean, it's quite a big process, because there's actually, the ship doesn't run the stores on there. It's another company that actually manages all of that on behalf of like a Carnival.
That's interesting, man, because like we really never give thought to that, like how, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems just automatic, because like you don't really think about it. You buy your ticket, you get on the ship, and all this stuff is there. Like you don't think about the contracts that need to be made and stuff like that. So yeah, that's
the buying in the background and trying to keep everything rolling, and so you don't have too much stock, because there's not that much room on the ships.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why we don't have a ton of like 8-slot dive cases and stuff, because you can have, so many more boxes, with watches instead of what one 8-slot dive case is, in the back for the inventory and such. So it's, there's so much that goes into it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He says, is there a model that you would like to see make a return, or even an upgrade to movement, material shape, etc. In the future, since the Invicta catalog is so big now?
Is there a model that you would like to see make a return? Well, yeah, one of my Grail watches that I never end up getting, it's like a hybrid or fusion, whatever you want to call it, of the Bolt Zeus and also the Thunderbolt. It's a Bolt Zeus with a Thunderbolt bezel, and there's one that it's meteorite, diamonds, and a tourbillon all in one watch. And that would be one I would love to see back.
Right.
What was really cool, and I wish I would have got it the other day, there was a watch. It was like Godfather. It was like the watches you and I have, the Diamonds and Ice version of that Reserve Pro Diver.
Right.
But it was on a calf leather strap.
Huh. Okay.
And that watch looked sharp. I've never even seen it before, and I don't know if it's something we could bring back. I almost bought that watch at the store this weekend when I was there. So,
Right.
It's something I would like to see. Maybe it would be, I don't know if you guys remember the Nitros.
Yeah.
The Sub-Aqua Nitros.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago.
Those are from a long time ago. The Sub-Aqua Nitros. And then there's also one, I can't remember the name. We put in the higher end movement from the NE, one of the NEs from Time Module Inc. inside of it. It's like a 46 millimeter diver watch, but it was a different design. And we had it a long time ago. It was Swiss made with a cool movement on the inside. It might have the SW500. Then it went away, and then we came back with a different movement in from Time Module Inc. maybe in 2016, 2017. I can't remember what it was.
So it was like a pro diver, correct?
It was sort of like a pro diver. Yeah.
Was it the
It
capsule?
no, wasn't a capsule.
Or was it like,
Yeah.
what is it? Okay. So you said the other one it didn't have a Sleater 500 in it, didn't it? So 46 millimeter, it had 2 sub dials on it, correct?
Trying to remember if it was a Sleeta inside of it or not.
Because I think one of them it had an NE 86 in it. It was a 46 millimeter, and it had like it was diamond studded. And I can't remember the exact name. It was like Ocean Crest, or oh my gosh, what is the name of that watch? I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. And while y'all working on that, I don't know if he has any pictures, but
Trav, check your messages for a second.
That's the Sub Aqua Nitro.
That's the Nitro. Yep, that's the Nitro. Sub Aqua Nitro. Yeah.
Sub Aqua. I have that.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, and I can't think of the name of it. It was sort of like a pro diver. Bro, I don't know if you got a picture or not, but let's see.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring him up on the
Ross,
stage, man.
Ross Rachel has a question.
Brady Network. Ryan, do you still keep in touch with the other co-hosts? Any of them?
Yeah, I do. So I actually obviously I still see Kendi. I still see Kendi. I'm working with her, and we'll text also. Daniel Green, I texted him yesterday and today. So with him, Jen Vick, I keep in contact with Jen.
Yeah.
And let's see who else of the, Fatima on occasion. I actually texted
Nitro.
Yep, that's a Nitro. Yep.
That's Bob Cohen.
Yep. I texted Aaron Newberg today, Aaron Kessler. I still keep in contact with. Haven't spoke with Justin at all. So I hope he's doing well with everything. And I haven't talked to Mike Davis, who was like the, he was who I learned a lot from. He did a lot of the Invicta shows. I mean, a lot. That guy was working really, really hard.
Right.
I haven't spoken with him in a number of years. Who else was there? Jill. Every now and then I'll send her a note. Jill Summerstein. I don't know if there's anybody else anybody was curious about, but yeah, that's the thing is like, even if I move on for something, I still try to keep in contact with somebody, even if I'm not directly in their lives anymore. It's just not like this part of my life is over, all those people are out and I'm starting this new thing. I like to try to, one thing about me is that's outside of watch is I've been one of the class officers in high school to put together the high school reunions. And I was always the one who would track everybody down and keep everybody, try to, with the invites and stuff. And then actually for my 30 year, which was summer before this one, I actually hosted it at my house and had about a third of my class show up, which was pretty cool. So yeah, but yeah, I like to try and keep in touch with everybody if I can, but it's a two-way street too. So
correct.
Yeah,
that's what friendship is all about, and it can never be one way, because then it's not really a friendship.
Right.
So question, Ryan, is there anything you're looking forward to when getting on this cruise coming up in 3 weeks? Anything that you're looking forward to as far as, anything special or anything like that there?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you two goofballs. Travis obviously isn't listening right now.
No, he got his mic muted and stuff. He must be talking to somebody. Get off the phone, man.
We're trying to get our guest up on the thing. He's having some technical.
Did you hear Godfather's question?
Yeah.
He said, "What am I looking forward to on the upcoming cruise?" I said, "Seeing you two goofballs."
Stupid face.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward. Just you two goofballs, and then everybody else. And I'm excited to see that camaraderie and to make more friendships. Again on the cruise, where you get a chance to be able to get to know people more, or maybe just for the first time, or online, or they called in. You get to see them and get to know them better and such. And I'm looking forward to also to we had to change things up a little bit with the event, and
Right.
actually, it totally works out in my opinion. I don't know if everybody will be on board with it, but it is what it is. Things change sometimes, and so it's going to be JM Carrera.
Yep.
Get to see him, meet him. He's doing a big tour, and we're going to be a part of it. And
That's gonna be dope.
we'll have some things at the store too. So we'll see. I know you said, maybe even the big guy will be there. We'll see if he is. I'll try to put in a word on that too. It's not guaranteed yet, but
So
yeah.
this is me and Godfather was talking about this. So anybody that's watching right now, and you're going on a cruise, and if you have those helmet cases, this would be the best time for you to bring your dive cases or your helmet cases and have him sign it. Make it one of one. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's perfect timing.
Yeah. If you have those racing helmet cases, bring those on. I mean, and bring them if you're going to the event, which is Saturday, the 2nd of November. We're meeting at 4:30.
Right.
And so the event's starting just a little bit earlier with JM, and it's in a sense that funnel some of the mall traffic through, and then kind of hold that up a little bit for when all of us start arriving at 4:30. Then it'll be more just kind of quote unquote private event in a sense. So, if other people are coming in, they're going to be coming in, but they want to accommodate them all mall goers, and then really kind of try to keep it for us.
Yeah, and I mean that's to me, you're switching up the event itself. It works out. It's a good thing. I mean, number one, people are going on a cruise. They're going on vacation. Okay, so going to either the hub or going to the store to meet, you and maybe AL and JM. It's like, listen, that's a bonus. Okay, so everything that you're getting is a bonus, and anybody that complains, all they want to do is complain. It's like you can't really complain about this. It's like, hey, you're going to meet somebody, an F2 racer, somebody that is in the business doing a one heck of a bang up job and everything like that. Get to meet you. People who only seen you on TV now get to meet you in person and see that how personable you are, just like they see you here and they say, well, yeah, Ryan, seems like a nice guy. Yeah. When they meet you, they're going to see that whether you're here, whether you're on TV, whether you're in person, you're the same all the way around. So this is all about get to hang out, talk with you, ask questions.
It's the whole thing. And I know, like last year, Travis, you didn't get to make it out to the hub, right? You were
right.
The flight was late, but those who were here got to, and if they're doing the back-to-back cruises out of the East Coast again, it's something different though. It's unfortunate you didn't get to see it last year or this year, but for those who are doing it again, it's something different. I was just thinking too, maybe there's a contest I can get going, because what's cool at the Sawgrass Malls, there was an event with Shaq, and Shaq actually signed his name on the wall in the back of the store. I think it says Shaquille O'Neal and then says was here. And the thing is, it's not close to the ground. I mean, it's up really high. I don't know if there's like some contest we could do beforehand. I'll talk to the stores maybe for who could guess the closest in height to how high Shaq's signature is off the ground. They get whatever, extra, whatever, 10% off, or I'm just trying to make something up, or, something extra special from the store there.
And you know what? Here's the biggest thing too. I want to show you guys something. So when we went on that cruise with the Maryland group, right? Shelly, they had the contest, the Watch Expo, and they were giving away prizes. I mean, a lot of people walked away with a lot of prizes and stuff like that. And Shelly actually blessed Wifey with this piece right here. That's Simpson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, cool.
Somebody has number one, but this is number two. This is so that's like having number one. You know what I'm saying? So it's a low number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a low number. Out of 1,500, so it's number 2. And it's been in the case. Y'all know how people are with collectibles. Like something like this, you're not even going to wear it. It's been in the box. Pull it out every once in a while, look at it, put it back in there. But it's more than just a watch. And I hate to sound cliche on my own saying, but it started with a watch. I mean, we would have never ran into each other. We would have never had these conversations. And you know what? Even when we were talking about the people that's not pleased with certain things, it said no matter what, people are going to be unhappy with stuff changing. We're on vacation, right? And with vacation, we're going to Florida. And right now, you know what? Because RJ, are you in Florida right now?
I am.
We need some more sun. We need to be
Tell me about it.
with the presence of not only another Floridian, but a man that owns a part of Hasbro, or at least the bumblebee of Hasbro. Welcome to the stage, Kevin James. What's going on, boy?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Yeah,
Good to see you, Kev.
Guys.
Bro, it's always a pleasure to see you, man. I saw your TikTok. You just hosted an Invicta event, didn't you?
We did. September 28th, we hosted an Invicta event at the #1 Invicta store in the world.
Okay.
Orlando. I drive. We held the Invicta event. I hosted the event. It's probably the 4th or 5th one I've held in the last 2 years. And the staff and the experience is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And you know what? I love that about, so as long as I've been knowing you, KJ, your energy has been on, like, it hasn't come down when it comes to like Invicta, man. And I know what your favorite watch is, but let the world know, what is your #1? What is your favorite model out of Invicta lineup?
Okay. So #1, bar none, is the Invicta Venom Hybrid or Fusion. That's my #1. That's my #1 go-to piece. Invicta Hybrid Fusion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love the comfort on that watch and the complexity.
Oh, it's unbelievable, bud. It's unbelievable. And just the bracelet, the bezel, the complication on the dial, depending on what model, it's just a bar none for me. It's a bar none. I love it. I think I have like 40 of them. It just, you know,
Is that 40 of them? 40 of them that are.
You guys know what it's like. You know, we all are in the watch community. We know what it's like. I got the blue one. I have to have the red one. I have to have the silver one. I have to have the black one. It's an infectious addiction, but it's a good addiction. It's a very good addiction.
Kevin, now when you have to further define 40 of those. Now, do you have 40 or do you have 40 more that are being delivered this week?
So Ry, I have 40 in the collection right now. A lot of them, Ry, are 5040F master calendars with different color combinations. But there's some, like my favorite piece, it's my Turbulon with the industrial finish on it, and it's got the mother of pearl on the dial. This thing is super hot. I grab the piece, and every time I go to host an event, I wear this piece on my wrist. And you know what's funny? When I met Shaq-a-Rooney, I met Mr. Shaq at my Invicta store that I host events at about two years ago. And he looked at the watch and he's like, this piece is unbelievable. And it's just an eye turner. It's one of those pieces that you see that supercar and you turn your head. That's what this piece is like. It's just like turn your head to a supercar. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I love that, man. Kevin also asks, is there a collaboration with someone or other companies you would like to see in the future of Invicta?
Invicta, you know, other collaborations or companies.
He's asking RJ. He's asking RJ, KJ.
Oh, no, I was going to say me.
Yeah, they
I would
want
love to
to
do that.
collaborate and,
I'll do the
have
collaboration.
I've been saying that for the long, bro. You know what? So you did one watch, right? You did.
I submitted ideas for others, but never really talked about it. But yeah, but the big one was the tungsten. Yeah,
we got to see that one, and
yeah,
I would love to see what else. I mean, because me and you've talked about watches, and your ideas are amazing, bro. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, why haven't? I'm like, hey, man, listen. And here's the other thing. I always talk on here because we have Invicta in the title, and the algorithm always pulls. So like I get I think was it 40% of the people that watch my show still watch Shop HQ. And they like now people are still saying, hey, not right now saying, hey, Trap, who do we talk to? They still got Invicta pieces over there. And it's weird how they got to do it since Ryan is gone and Kendi is different over there. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't work for Shop, but that's one of the things that I would absolutely love to see, right? And I hope the people at Invicta see this. We want to see an RJ watch. Hands down.
Yeah.
Not just one. Don't give us just one. We want to see y'all Invicta. Y'all put out what 16,000 models a year or something like that. Give us an RJ watch, man. Come on, quit playing with us.
Well, I'll tell you what. With that being said, when I went to my location, my home store, the number one for the whole chain. I drive Orlando, and I talked to the regional manager, and she actually told me she was having a meeting last week with Ryan. Okay, she told me she's having a meeting with Ryan, and I'll tell you what, Ryan, he spearheads this whole Invicta craze for us guys. He shows us pieces. He shows us his passion, and we watch Ryan, and we're like, he's one of us. And I'll tell you what, I just wish they come out with a piece, and on the back of the case back, they'd have Ryan's name on the back of the case back. Hands down.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
Hands down, Ryan. Honest to God, hands down.
KJ, I absolutely miss your energy,
Thank
bro.
you.
Gosh, I miss your energy. Man, this is what I'm talking about right here. Hey, you give me goosebumps, bro.
Ryan just needs to go back and talk to them about, making a pocket watch and put Godfather on the back of that pocket watch. So,
There you go. Hey, I'll tell you what, for me, the watch community, and I'm a car guy. I've been a car enthusiast since I'm the age of 13. And for me, this watch community is very similar to the car enthusiast community. And as you know, Invicta is now involved with a race team. They have their own Indy car. Okay. So you look at the two, and me being a sales manager, I totally relate to what Invicta's doing with the watches and with the race team. And I'll tell you what, it's about building a community, and it's about, hey, look at what I got on the wrist today. What do you have on the wrist today? It interacts us on a daily basis, and it's a very healthy and happy community. Very healthy and happy.
Yep.
Couldn't be better said. Thank you, KJ.
Is there any new bills coming? That you know of?
Well, we have. Well, that I know of. I mean, we got the 8 coming out. I don't know when or where it's going to drop for sure. So hoping that I'll find out here pretty soon. And of course, I'll let everybody know. So, that's like the biggie. I'll just say that for right now. So there's, being that, I'm here now, I mean, hopefully I'll kind of get a little bit more of a gauge of what's coming out, and I can answer that question better moving forward. So,
okay. So we got a $2 super chat, and as tradition, I have to dance. I got to make a fool of myself in front of all you guys, man. So let's get it. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. That goes a long way with this thing. Appreciate it. Yes, baby. You want to say hi to everybody here? Say hi.
Super chat.
You see everybody? There's RJ, there's KJ, and there's Godfather, aka
Ladybug.
So yeah, you'll get to see him in his Santa Claus stuff after the cruise, of course.
Yeah. Now we talk about the cruise and we talk about Santa. All right. So in the Invicta Santa, this is what I'm going to be wearing as the Invicta Santa. Okay.
Booyah.
There you go.
So
Booyah.
You get your picture taken with Invicta Santa. This is what I'm wearing. A trap.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. With the hat and everything. Look, Deidre told me I had to wear the hat, so I got to take the hat with me.
Okay. Hey, we gonna rock with that, man. Let's see. Vic, did you see that Magnum in the super chat? Yeah, I know he goes crazy over those Magnums, man. But again, Magnums are a thing of the past. Vic, listen, you need to get with the times, bro. We're done. We're past that now. Okay, we're past Magnums.
So funny.
We're done.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, we're not going to hold you gentlemen up too long. We've been on for an hour and 6 minutes. RJ, 20.
Let me say
days.
something. Let me say something here because big thing is coming up here next week with me and also Invicta Stores. We're going to be coming out with this podcast. And so for those of you out there who haven't seen it yet or seen the social media, us talking about it, it's going to be next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's the 15th of October. And so it's going to start right then. All you need to do is you simply go to invictastores.com.
Yep.
And then when you go to that landing page in the lower left-hand corner, there'll be a little video right there and you click on that. And so we'll be interactive. I'm going to have a guest who's going to be there also, collector actually. And we're just going to chat about some watches, interact with people. But I don't know if you just saw the most recent post I put out. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I shared it on my Facebook.
So this is going to be a big deal. So I mean, if you've wanted a chance to own a number one of something, this is where you want to be. 8 o'clock sharp. So
okay. Hey, say less.
I went through. I picked out a lot of different watches and had them approved. Then we've been working in the background, like with all the technical work to just make sure it goes smoothly. But this will be an ongoing thing. Just this sort of format. Moving forward, I think we'll probably be doing a couple times a week, and so we're going to be having different things going on. We're going to be learning as we go.
Right.
And so, we love the feedback. We're going to have, guests that will be a part of it, whether it's Skyping it or maybe someone's down here in the area. Maybe we can make that happen too. But so it's going to be something that, we have a vision for right now, but obviously we're going to kind of navigate our way as, things go through. What's working, what's not working, what are people enjoying, what should we, push to the side and just make it something cool and laid back. And let's talk Invicta. So
that's it, right?
At some point in time, do you see yourself adding a chat to the podcast to get questions in and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, there'll be that. Yeah, there'll be ways to interact. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
he just said, send me a number one, RJ.
That's
well,
you can't send it because then you'll have too many watches, bro. Remember, you trying to keep
he's got it.
Well, he says he only has 10 watches, but hey, But I actually have a pocket watch from Invicta. That's a number one. It's number one Mickey.
Nice, nice, Godfather. That's nice.
I have that. I mean, it was like the luck of the draw. It's like, I want that Mickey Mouse pocket watch.
That's it.
Showed up.
Yeah, well, because obviously not all the number ones were put into rotation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see in the promo that I did? It was like Marie helped. She videoed it. The first one that I put out of me like sitting on the stage with a little whiskey and everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that last room? The bookcase store opening. Have you seen that before? Ever or no?
Yeah, Shaq did that. He did a video in there 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Who did?
I didn't see it the way you did it.
Oh, Shaq did. Yeah.
No, so we seen it from there. He was already in a room or something like that. We haven't seen. We didn't know it was like a secret door or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a bookcase, and now that I'm going to the office, my fingerprint actually works at the office. So now I can press that and go into that room.
That is super cool, right?
It used to be called the Infinity Room.
Yep.
And now I guess it's been changed. It's called the One Room.
Yep.
So we were in there looking for some stuff. Mm-hmm. That's all I'll say. But
that's all you go say. He said,
I'll just say, don't miss Tuesday. Don't miss Tuesday, and you got to be ready. That's all. That's what I'm going to say right now. Be ready. Make sure you have an account going, and be ready because there's going to be a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. That's super cool. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right. I'm an hour away from the home. I'm an hour away from the home office. So if you ever want me to come over and do something, I'd be more than happy to do it with you, brother.
All right. We'll have you sometime then, KJ. More than happy to. We'll exchange contact information through the other guys. So yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think everybody got their fill. RJ is about to leave the building. Godfather is about to leave the building. And of course, KJ, the owner of Bumblebee, is about to leave the building. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, follow KJ over there on TikTok, man. He has some amazing videos, man. Instagram as well. The dude ain't playing about that car. I see that car. Listen, you can see him from the time he bought it, from the time he got it right now. It is an amazing. I love what you did, bro.
Trap, know, I met Peter Cohen 3 months ago. I took the sun visor out of the Camaro. I met Peter. I shook his hand and I talked to him, and he wrote, "Kevin, let's roll out on my sun visor for my Bumblebee."
That's
boom.
There you go. That's official. That's official, man. You see what a great program, Trap. Thank you. I appreciate everybody in the chat out. Thank you guys for the super chat. 21 days we'll be on the cruise. I will be giving videos. Godfather will be taking pictures. You guys will be updated as much as I possibly can. I will be going live from the ship as much as I possibly can. Then we'll have Just Ask Ryan. You'll get to sit down. Oh, if you're on the cruise, you'll get to sit down and talk to Ryan and kind of pick his brain, sort of like what we're doing right now, but like you can sit with the question. Now keep your hands off though. We got security, so don't get like handsy and touchy. You know what I'm saying? Leave your baby oil at home too. This ain't gonna be no dick, right?
Speaking of pictures and stuff like that, as you know, I'm going to be taking tens of thousands of pictures as I always do. And anybody that's in the chat, if you're going on the cruise, if you're up early in the morning like Trap and I, when we're watching the sunrise, if you want your picture taken with the sunrise coming up over you, hey, just stop me. I got my camera. I'm on vacation. I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of everything and anything. You want to get in the picture? Say, hey, Godfather, you wouldn't mind taking my picture? Hey, stand over there. Not a problem. Listen, I'm a photographer, so literally, I am the only one that's legally, able to shoot people, frame people, okay, and get away with it. I know how to hide the bodies.
Gotcha.
Big facts. He said it all in love, YouTube. He didn't mean nothing by YouTube.
Hey, no, if you, I know people are going to be on the cruise. They're going to be having a good time, enjoying themselves and stuff like that. And, I took over 8,000 pictures on the last cruise. This ship is, 2.5 times that size, which basically means you're going to be looking about 2.5 times more pictures. So Trap and I told him I'd be taking between 10 and 20,000 pictures on this cruise, especially when we're making stops in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and St. Thomas. I'm looking to actually get pictures back that I took years ago when I was there that are, have been destroyed or lost due to, equipment failure of my hard drives. So I'm going to be out taking tons of pictures. And if you're hanging out with me, get in the picture. And I'll be happy to, just like I did on the last cruise. Once I'm done editing, I'll put it on a thumb drive, send you all the pictures, So.
Excellent. Thank you, brother.
Yep. And Ryan, thank you for coming on, bro. Everybody, hey,
anytime.
We're about to get out of here. I will leave you guys. The first time I've ever done this is like end with a song. So we're gonna bid you farewell, good night, be blessed, and all that good jazz, man. So catch y'all in the next one.
See you guys.
Great start from Juan Manuel Correa. Ritomo Miata in the all-black road in Motorsport car goes round the outside. Third place, we're side by side between the two Invicta racing cars.
Okay, family, it's almost that time. In just a few short weeks, we will all meet in sunny Florida. The Invicta Hub visit has now been replaced with an opportunity to meet the one and only JM Correa at the Sawgrass Mill Mall. Autographs, photo ops, and some shopping, of course. Rumor has it that even AL may be in attendance. Can't wait to see you all.
Almost there.